Hematology labs. In this session, we will talk about the biosafety and biosecurity issues related to hematology laboratories. Now, just like we follow biosafety guidelines for any microbiological lab, in the same way, we follow biosafety guidelines for hematology laboratories as well. Now, hematology is basically the study of blood diseases, and the lab obviously deals with the pathology of blood diseases. So here, lab workers, while handling the blood of the patient, should wear personal protective equipments that are gloves, lab coats, masks, eye shields, and even the respiratory mask. Now, just like microbiological labs, the bench of the hematology lab should also be decontaminated before and after performing the experiment. All disposable waste should be autoclaved, क्योंकि याद रखिए कि अगर blood dry भी हो गया है तब भी hepatitis or even other viruses can survive in the dried blood. So don't consider it to be the waste material. Rather, it is a very important material for isolating the viruses. Before that, you have to sterilize the blood sample before disposing them off. Now, all procedures and processes related to hematology must be performed in biosafety cabinets. Depending upon the risk pathogen, we can suggest that whether we have to use simple biosafety cabinet 1, 2 or 3. Now, if we are not performing procedures or processes in biosafety cabinets, even then we have to take special precautionary measures. We have to wear gloves, gowns, goggles, and even a special mask that is known as an N95 mask. Now, if there are chances of inhalation through the formation of aerosols, then it is better to wear respiratory masks. Number of different types of respiratory masks are available, and these are approved filter respirators, powered air purifying respirators, and if we are using the biosafety cabinets, then we use special type of HEPA filters that not only sterilize the room air but also prevent the formation of aerosols and release the exhausted air out of the lab. Appropriate physical devices such as centrifuge machine, and especially in the hematology lab we use heme cytometers. In the centrifuge machine there are safety cups, rotors, and for them we have to use them in biosafety cabinets, either loading the cups or unloading the cups, just to take special precautionary measures in order to avoid the occupational risk among the lab workers. In the hematology lab, blood samples arrive mostly in the EDTA vials, as EDTA is an anticoagulant that prevents the blood from clotting. If we need a clotted blood or plasma, then we collect the blood sample in a non-EDTA vial. अगर आप स्पेसिमन को यानी कि ब्लड को फ्यूचर के लिए स्टोर करना चाहते हैं, even then you have to take special precautionary measures. You will store it at -20 or -80 degrees centigrade, because for hematological studies, for genetic studies, we can isolate DNA even after several years from the blood sample. Now, if you want to store blood sample for future, then place them in a disposable rack. This rack is then sealed in a biohazard bag. And if we want to perform experiment on the specimens, then we take out them from the sealed bags on arrival to the lab. इसके अलावा अगर सैंपल कंटेनर में आया है तो आपने सबसे पहले कंटेनर माउथ को डिसइंफेक्ट करना है with the help of different disinfectants and then open it for performing the lab work. Now, if we talk about the blood bank, which is in connection with hematological labs, then for cell and plasma separation, we prefer blood bank staff members to do all these procedures under sterilized conditions. इसके अलावा ब्लड बैंक मेंबर्स को चाहिए कि वो प्रोटेक्टिव बैरियर्स पहन के रखें जिसमें ग्लव्स, गाउन्स और मास्क हैं in order to minimize the risk of exposure from aerosols and from spillage in case of any accident. Now, lab workers working in the hematological lab, like all other labs such as microbiological lab or it's a virology lab, they have to take special training for performing the work under sterilized conditions. Now, in the lab, hematology lab, we prefer heme cytometers. So it is better if we use disposable heme cytometers ताकि दोबारा उनका इस्तेमाल और कंटामिनेशन के लैब में चांसेस कम होते चले जाएं. Now, lab biosecurity training is important. It tells you about the roles, responsibility, and also reminds the authorities of the staff member. जिसमें ना सिर्फ लैब की मेंटेनेंस और क्लीनिंग की बात आती है बट इट ऑल्सो फॉर द एक्सटर्नल फर्स्ट रिस्पॉन्डर्स. नाउ responsible staff is available in ensuring the security of the lab facility. इसके अलावा हम जिस तरह माइक्रोबायोलॉजिकल लैब्स में लैब बायोसिक्योरिटी एलिमेंट्स का ख्याल रखते थे जैसे कि फिजिकल एलिमेंट, पर्सनल एलिमेंट और ट्रांसपोर्ट फैक्टर्स, in the same way we also have to take care these biosecurity elements in the hematological labs as well for biosecurity reasons.